I like to think of it as it's kind of how I did a lot of my conditioning programming for the sports that I work with, and it's basically a funnel system. So
Mm,
most most sports, at least intermittent sports, you operate kind of in this middle area, this middle gray area of intensity. So when you're on
mm-hmm.
the court, you're not hitting these low. Like for example, if you went for a slow, easy run, tennis is a little bit harder than that, but it's easier than your assault bike sprints, right?
Yes.
So that's where most sports kind of sit. And your goal of conditioning is to kind of get what you're not getting so you can
Mm,
spur on these adaptations that you want. So typically you train under what you're doing with the sport and then over what you do with the sport. So you're
mm.
basically raising the ceiling, like you mentioned with your squats. Squats can be part of that.
Yes.
You're improving that power output. And at the bottom, you're kind of just building that base.
Mm,
And that's kind of how I'm still currently, at least I think that's most practical for most people, because obviously you can talk about central peripheral adaptations and this and that, but for someone who doesn't have equipment knowledge